Hey, good morning. For you guys, not for us, though. It was a long night. My name is Daniel DeWitty. Last name is D-O-U-I-D-I, and I'm the Chief of Bedford. And this is Deputy Michael Monahan. He's the Deputy Chief. At 12:53 this morning, our patrol officers are on routine patrol near the Country Inn Suites at 250 South River Road. Came upon a suspicious vehicle in the back in the woods area. Upon arrival, the officers, including a canine officer, began an investigation and finding out what they were doing there. The suspect was later identified as Jared Masseur, M-A-S-S-E-U-R. Last known residence is in Nashua, New Hampshire. Was spotted at the scene, and he eventually, during the investigation, fled on foot. The officers attempted to take Masseur into custody after numerous attempts to find out his identity. But he resisted and began to fight with officers. And during the struggle with the two officers, a gun discharged as Masseur reached for one of the officers' holsters and attempted to take the officer's service weapon. The officer's gun fired during the struggle, striking the officer in the leg. The wounded officer gained control of the weapon and called for his canine, Odin, who has a remote control on his belt to open the car door, who immediately responded to the struggle to help successfully apprehend Masseur. Masseur was restrained and arrested by the two officers, including the wounded officer, who remained engaged in the struggle and ultimately assisted in cuffing the suspect before accepting medical aid. Masseur sustained minor injuries after being treated by EMS and transported to a local hospital. Our officer, who was shot, was transported to Manchester Hospital for treatment as well. Masseur remains in custody pending a video bail hearing with the court sometime later on today. That's pretty much the questions I had. You guys have any questions?
So it was indeed the officer who was shot who activated the canine?
Correct.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was the
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
That's the canine.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you,
partner.
that's what you're trying to
Yeah.
clarify. So the partner was able to activate the canine while his partner had been shot?
Correct.
Any information as to the suspicious activity that brought police there in the first place?
Just routine patrol. We do all the parking lots and just routine patrol, construction sites. We just checking on different areas at that time of night, local businesses and cars and thefts in the area sometimes, just routine.
Were they in that dirt parking lot next to the hotel, or were they in the actual hotel parking lot?
The dirt hotel, not in the actual parking lot, the dirt parking.
They were parked in
Yep.
that dirt part?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Has Odin the canine ever had to be deployed like that before?
Yes. Not in that engagement with this particular incident, but other calls, yes. He's been our canine for a couple years now, so.
Can you spell his name?
ODIN.
I-N.
The dog, yeah,
Thank
O-D-I-N.
you.
That's all anybody ever cares about today.
Sure.
It's not the only thing.
Were the two officers together? Was it like an?
One started the initial investigation of the car, and another backup car showed up, so.
Are you able to specify where on the leg the bullet entered?
Upper leg,
So like
upper thigh, yes. Yeah, we can release.
Yes.
And as far as the suspect reaching towards the service weapon, was it properly holstered and locked? Was he trying to take it out when this all happened?
Yes.
How'd that work?
Yeah, so it's all, our weapons and our holsters are meant for us to learn how to open it. So during the struggle, the suspect here, Masseur, tried to take the officer's weapon and try to yank it out. At that time, that's when the scuffle happened. So, and during that time, it was discharged while it was still in the holster,
Okay.
not fully out.
And I'm assuming it's too early to tell who pulled the actual trigger.
Correct. Yeah, we're still at the infant stages of the investigation, so.
What are I know you said the suspect had minor injuries. What injuries were those? Was it like from the canine, from the dog? Like,
Mostly from resisting, rolling around on the ground. And yeah, there was a little bit minor from the dog as well.
Yes, when they were
So,
fighting for
yep.
the service weapon, the dog was deployed, so the dog actively engaged the
Yep.
suspect as it's trained to do.
And helped out, yeah, helped his partner. That's what they're trying to do, yeah.
Anything else?
Did the suspect go to the hospital, or was he just treated on scene?
They were both treated on the scene and both transported to the hospital.
Do they remain in the hospital at this point?
The suspect's been arraigned today, so he's been released on our charges. And the officer, hopefully, got some good news just recently, that maybe he'll be discharged sometime this weekend.
As far as emotionally, do you have any supports in place as a department for the partner or any of the other officers who may be impacted by this?
Absolutely. We have the crisis intervention team. We have wellness. That's a big topic across the country. We have our own team, and we reached out right away within minutes after this happened. We've been communicating with our teams, and that's going to happen. It already happened, and it will be continuing to happen.
Chief, talk a little bit about how scary this is. This was a standard suspicious person call that escalated really quickly. Unfortunately, we've seen other situations where suspects have gotten the officer's gun and did not end like this. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, we deal with this situation on a daily basis. I mean, obviously, we don't deal with a dangerous criminal like this, but that's what these officers are out there doing on a daily basis. You just never know what kind of car or situation is going to present. These kinds of situations, police we called upon every day, respond, and they put their lives in danger every day, constantly. So you just never know. So when something like this happens, we just think that the officer wasn't as more injured than he already is. So
You visited the officer, did you?
I'm sorry.
You visited the officer.
Yes, when we got the phone call, the worst nightmare as a chief is, or any of our officers, getting that phone call in the middle of the night as, that an officer was involved in a hurt or involved in a shooting. So I was there with the officer within minutes, 2:00, so we were there right away. So,
Does the officer have a family, and have you checked in on them?
of course, the family was there.
How are they
So
doing
that's
right now?
that's my more concern, that's my job, is make sure I comfort the family and stuff.
How are they doing this morning?
They're doing good. They're doing good, considering, I mean, yeah, it's not an easy thing for us to do that. And unfortunately, over our careers, we've been there, but that's the worst calls, going there and comforting there. That's the part, that's what we do. So thank God, like I said, the officer could have been a worse outcome, but prayers and thoughts are for the officer, obviously.
Maybe one more?
Just my understanding is, based on the radio traffic, the suspect had a couple warrants in other towns. Can you just confirm?
This guy was a dangerous criminal. He had, the reason why he ran and fled from our officers, he had some felony warrants out for him for drug activity, believe
Possession
weapons.
of a deadly weapon,
Yeah.
felon in possession.
So, and he's going to be charged with, 4 counts of felony?
Yes.
So, including those 2 warrants as well.
And just to follow up on that there was a female at the scene. Is she being charged, detained, or anything else?
No, she was cooperative actually on the scene, so she's very cooperative, so she stayed, remained in the scene, and she's been cooperative. So, no charges on her.
All right, Kim, do you want to give one more in?
Do you have a list of his charges, or will that be in the release?
Yeah, we do have a list of it.
It's in the release.
It's in the release.
It's being sent.
Do you want it? Do you want them?
I'll take them.
Yeah. Resisting arrest or detention, felon in possession of a dangerous weapon, attempting to take a firearm from a law enforcement officer, and second-degree assault. At this time, there could be more to follow.
Thank you.
John, do you have a time for the bail hearing?
I'll get that to you. Thank you, guys, appreciate it.
And that's
And I
just
would want-
related to the Bedford charges, not the other ones.
The other ones are outstanding, yeah,
Do you
correct.
have ages on both the suspect and the officer?
Officer,
Suspect is 40, I'll have to get back to you on the
We'll get
officer.
that.
Thanks.
thank you.
Appreciate your time.